So the white supremacy of the MAGA movement has been overt for a while now, but we're going to point out just a couple of things that have come out in the past couple of days that have really ramped up that in-your-face white supremacy. If there's anybody left in the MAGA movement that's saying we're not a racist movement, I mean, they disagree with you because they're basically telling you that they are. This is from yesterday. The homeland we seek to defend. And then we have this painting that is supposed to evoke feelings of nostalgia. A group of all white boys playing football in the yard because I guess to them, white kids in predominantly white neighborhoods no longer play football in the yard. Okay, but of course they are evoking feelings of nostalgia by pointing out a group of all white kids. Now you could say, well, that's just one singular picture. Maybe it just reflects the artist's hometown, blah, blah, blah. Although, let's not be deliberately obtuse here. We know that there's a reason why the U.S. Department of Homeland Security chose this particular image. But let's look at their post from yesterday. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security's post from yesterday was just one singular word, remigrate. But let's add some context there. So remigration is an originally European far-right proposal of ethnic cleansing via the mass deportation of non-white immigrants and their descendants. Let's look at this article the New York Times published yesterday. Trump considers overhaul of refugee system that would favor white people. The proposals would transform a program aimed at helping the most vulnerable people in the world into one that gives preference to mostly white people who say they are being persecuted. And we're going to see that one of those countries is South Africa. If you know anything about the history of South Africa and apartheid, that the people that are quote persecuted for being white in South Africa are people that are pissed that they are now forced to be equal to black people after apartheid was overturned in the mid-90s. It says the Trump administration is considering a radical overhaul of the U.S. refugee system that would slash the program to its bare bones while giving preference to English speakers, white South Africans, and Europeans who oppose migration. Barbara Stack is a former chief of the Refugee Affairs Division. She worked under Bush, Obama, and the Trump administrations. She said it reflects an existing notion among some in the Trump administration as to who are true Americans. They think it's white people, they think it's Christians. So let's not pretend anymore. Being a Trump supporter has nothing to do with racism. It does. That does. They are telling everybody that it does. The MAGA movement is a white supremacist movement. That is the beginning and end of it.